Be a pain in the ass.
That's right.
Around down the road. Got a little extra drum sound on it.
You reached BettorCenter, the home of America's premier sports handicapper. Today we'll cover the NBA playoffs, the NHL playoffs, and of course Major League Baseball. Thanks for tuning in. Good Saturday morning. You tuned in to BettorCenter Live.
And here we are. Louie Diamond live in Las Vegas. Tony Gulledge live from Surprise, Arizona, where the Phoenix may rise from the ashes. We'll see. Oh, there it is. There's the Phoenix rising from the ashes. Bam. Saturday morning.
Wake and bake.
The Saturday morning wake and bake show. So we'll send out some.
Yeah, let me do it too. It seemed like last time I did it, we got a few viewers. Let me do it too.
Yeah. Yeah, Facebook is totally shut.
It actually sent me a notification this time, which is different than yesterday.
Killed it last night, boys. There you go. What's up, Brad? Morning to you.
Hey, good morning, Brad.
Morning. So, yeah, Facebook has officially told me they will be shadow banning me. So,
shadow ban.
Yes.
Is that like Shadow Dancing, the Andy Gibb song from the late 70s?
Kind of, yeah. They're going to shadow dance around my shit. That's what they're doing.
Shadow dancing.
Yeah, they don't like me talking about the magnets because it didn't happen. But yet, I got hundreds of people with magnets stuck to their arm. It happens. That's what's really scary.
I think I missed that. I have to go look into that.
Just type in, just do a hashtag MagnetGate. Yeah, you can't really do it on Facebook because they, they clean that shit up. But MagnetGate is real. So, and so you know what else is real? The NBA playoffs. Where's Reggie today? He got a winner there. We know what happened with the Texas-Houston game. So here we go. I know Reggie to be found. Go, Reggie. So,
yeah, it's right on Memphis, and the Golden State late rally sent it to overtime, and that allowed all the overbettors to have some fun because that game was nowhere near. It was like way under.
I'll take it, baby.
If you bet the over, you'll take it any way you can get it. I guarantee you.
You got that right. I'm not ashamed to say it.
And I was on Memphis, and you can best believe I was not really thrilled to see that game go into overtime, considering they led basically the entire game. That's the nightmare scenario. You're getting 5 points, lead the whole game, go into overtime, and end up not covering. But Memphis hung tough, got the win. I just thought the Warriors were too soft on the rebounding, and defensively, they really just didn't play that well. And they lost. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Hey, good morning, Latricia. How are you today?
Yeah, good morning, Latricia.
Yeah, Brad was on the over, too.
Yep,
Brad was and Reggie was all over it. We'll give him credit. Reggie is now 11-2 because he did have Houston yesterday. And we know that Gibson cashed once again for Mr. Rocket. Nice cash.
Yeah, I did not do great in baseball yesterday, but I did hit that. So
yeah,
I beat Reggie.
So, all right. So what are we looking at today? You want to? I'm pretty much. I'll go 3-2 yesterday. I hit my big game, so I'm rolling back with that same game. But that's all baseball. We got a few basketball games here today. I really haven't looked, to be honest with you. As I glance, I would. I don't know. I'd say maybe Maverick dog, maybe Celtic dog. I don't know. A couple dogs there. Heat dog. 3 dogs there. What are you thinking?
We'll start from the beginning of the card. First game starts in about 2 hours. Miami Heat take on Milwaukee Bucks. Milwaukee Bucks, as we recall, in the bubble last season, lost to the Miami Heat in the conference final. So, I mean, you're starting off Right now, Miami with Jimmy Butler, Tyler Hero, I mean, they learned how to play against this Milwaukee team. I think this is going to be a tough series for Milwaukee. I'm not ready to say for certain they're not going to get by Miami, but to start with game one, I'm definitely going to take the Heat and the 5 points. I think it's just a matchup problem for Milwaukee. Obviously, they have the athletes, and when their shooters are on from the outside, your Middleton and your other key shooter guys, when they're hitting to supplement and complement Giannis, then it works well. But there's times where the shots don't fall for Milwaukee, and they really do struggle. And I think Miami's a matchup problem. I'm going to take Miami +5 in that game. Same in the Dallas Mavericks and Clippers. I was looking, Dallas is +310 in this series. Seems like a great price, but I just don't see the Clippers having a 75% chance of winning this series. I will say the real weakness of the Dallas Mavericks is on the defensive end. That they play literally no defense, and you'll figure they'll get ravaged by the Paul George, Kawhi
They
Leonard.
were really an under team this year when they're usually an over team.
The Mavericks.
Yeah, so that was that kind of threw me for a loop with them this year.
Plus, I mean, the numbers on them I'm sure I'd have to go look, but I'm guessing their totals were inflated from the previous year, like significantly every game a few points higher.
Yeah,
and that might have aided.
34 and 38 this year to the under, and then as far as
to me, that's right on. That's right on the money, basically. 34 and 38.
And then 18, but usually they're an over team. So yes, they were overinflated, but they were a dead under team. So they must have been over of late. Is my like I said, I haven't kept my nose too deep into it, but I would have to assume Dallas's second half of the season was more to the over.
Yeah, Clippers, Marcus with the Clips, NBA champs. I'm going to have to see more out of Paul George. To me, he looks lethargic, kind of going through the motions. Maybe it's the playoffs. He'll pick it up. I'll need to see it from him because I have not been impressed. Kawhi, you're going to get what you get, but he's not a real vocal leader for the team. He's not the guy to get up there and get in teammates' faces and force them to play better. Clippers are an enigma to me. I'm not convinced yet. They didn't really do well that last year. I'm willing to watch and give them a chance. Again, Western Conference, tough matchup. I'm going to take the points here in game one. I think the Clippers find a way to get past Dallas, but it's not going to be easy. So for me, again, Dallas in game one. I'm going to take Brooklyn here. I just think offensively they've got a lot of potential here in game one. 8's the highest number of the day of the 4 matchups. And I think Boston defensively, you got Tatum is a great player, but defensively there's a ton of liabilities for Boston. So I'm going to take Brooklyn. And my best bet of the day, I'm going game one. I'm going to take the Portland. I hope I don't fall into the same trap I did last year with them. I really like what I see from the guard play from Portland. Defensively, again, this is a theme throughout the NBA. If you play good defense, you might have a much better chance in these close games. I'm counting on Portland to toughen up, get the big shots from Lillard. I like McCollum being there with him. I think those two make a great tandem. They play well with each other. I'm going to take Portland +1 as my best bet in the NBA. So I got picks on all 4 games today.
All right. There you go. Lots of NBA there from the Red Rifle. Marcus, welcome. Claiming the Clips will be the NBA champions this year. So the crown stays in LA, but transfers teams. Interesting. All right. Whoop, whoop, whoop. All right. So basketball, there you go. You got a little bit of everything from Red Rocket. And there's a couple referee things that kind of stood out to me as you were mentioning things. The home team and the Clipper game. So the Clippers, Ryan Forte, 21 and 31. The home team when he's reffing a game. Not sure how much one referee gives you. The other ones are pretty much 50. Well, actually, Zach Zarba is 24 and 29 for the home team. So the home team doesn't do well with 2 of these referees here today, and 50-50 for the third one, 19 and 20. So that's something that stood out to me. So a little bit of that. But Marcus seems to agree with you there. Portland money. So I'm riding your train as well. So Portland seems to be the play here today.
I think they win that series. Of these series, 4 series today, I think Portland is probably, in my opinion, the most likely of these road teams to start the series that'll win the series. So hopefully, and I'm going to be betting it that way throughout the next several games. So hopefully it pans out for us here. So Portland, I'm high on Portland to start the playoffs. That basically is what I'm getting at.
All right, Doug. Welcome, Doug. Over on YouTube. 82% home team win the first game in the NBA. Is that an ATS thing? I don't know.
That might be straight up. That seems a little high, but I definitely know it's not ATS against a point spread. There's no way in hell. Because you get a lot of the series. In my mind, I can just picture a lot of teams steal game 1 in these series. That happens a lot. So I can't imagine home team being 82% again. I mean, that's just. I mean, last year, certainly not.
Doug's saying it's true.
Yeah, certainly not long term.
Doug, is that ATS or is that straight up?
Straight up.
Okay. Yeah. Well, you got a short number there. Well,
you can imagine, half the series are going to be 1s and 2s against 7s and 8s. So right away, those series are going to be skewed straight up. That the number 1 seed is probably going to win both their home games and go in the series on the road. You follow me? So it might skew it. I can see it getting up straight up based on that. It can skew it a little bit, but I tend to play it game by game. Those kind of general umbrella numbers. I have to get in there and pick at them to see exactly where to find the right spots. But thanks for the comment, Doug. Appreciate that comment.
All right, let's head over on to baseball. So I hit. Yesterday with my Angels game over, A's and Angels over. So I will stay on that train here today as my play of the day, my executive game, A's and Angels over the 9. Baltimore, Washington was a nice solid under yesterday, so I'm going to boost that up to an executive play as well. So I will play that one under the 9. Lester and Zimmerman on the mound there today. And I'll have to roll with the A's again. I mean, still a short price, $1.30, so they're within the number that I will pay. So $1.36 right now. I'm assuming I'll get $1.30. There's really tough to get a line on it right now. So the 9 is where am I looking at? If I look
Oakland. Bassett against Sandoval is who I'm showing are 2 starters today.
All right, okay, so since the last, so Sandoval has been official. So $1.35, $1.36, so it's right on the cusp. I'm going to roll with them, but just on a smaller play. I'll certainly be playing the over here. Both these teams have been lighting it up. Let's look for that to continue. So, and that's it. Here we go. So that's my baseball for today. And so far, it's been okay. Been very, very okay to me. Oakland sounds good. Yeah. I'm gonna roll with them again. So listen, I'll just ride. I'll ride the train until the train is too expensive, or it's not as hot as it was, but it's still a winning train. So
you still got comfortable seats. And not too many people, with body odor. Yeah, it's usually when the train gets crowded and there's like body odor. Yeah, that's typically when I'll hit the fucking pull the string and get the hell off the bus. But when it's nice and clean and comfortable, you just get your nice seat spread out, ride that bus, maybe even kick your feet up.
There you go.
NBA, MLB Saturday. I was just going to mention, and I know I've mentioned this before. Saturday, I like the second game of series coming off the Friday night openers. I love the way I'm able to handicap second game of series a little bit better than the first game. There's more for me to go with. And with that in mind, my picks today, St. Louis Cardinals with Mikolas making his first start of the season. He's on the mound. great price, 105. Those that follow me from a few years ago, 2 or 3 seasons ago, we were all over Mikolas. He had a great run, maybe like 9 or 10 straight wins with him starting. I just remember cashing a ton of tickets. He had some arm problems. He's making his first start of the year. We should get a fresh arm. I like the spot. I like the Cubs winning last night. So we get Cardinals are 12-6 against the division, with 67% against the other teams in the Central. And they get coming off that loss last night. I really like. I know it sounds kind of simplistic, but in baseball, if you get a key like that, where you get 2 teams of reasonable, strength, and a team A wins game 1, team B, you'd be shocked how often the other team wins the second game of a series when you got balanced competition. And that's what I'm rolling with today. St. Louis Cardinals, Mikolas is my best bet. I got 3 action plays for a total of 4 plays on the card. I've got the Boston Celtics with Eovaldi at -125. I took Toronto with Robbie Ray at -118. And a little juicy with Cincinnati. I took Gray at -140 for your action 3-pack. Boston, Cincinnati, Toronto. But the best bet of the day for me in Major League Baseball is going to be a pretty cheap, fair price with Mikolas making his first start of the season. St. Louis Cardinals is my best bet.
St. Louis Cardinals. They were my favorite team growing up. Guess why?
Let's see. St. Louis Cardinals, your favorite. Stan Musial.
No, come on. It's blatantly obvious.
Cardinals.
Think about the era that we grew up in.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, it was
Lou Brock. I remember watching the Cardinals. Lou Brock,
St. Louis. I mean, come on now.
I'm trying. Yeah, Lou Brock.
I mean, come on. If that didn't have Lou written all over him, I don't know.
Lou Brock, when I was like 7, 8, 9, I started collecting baseball cards, probably like the 76, 77, right in there. And Lou Brock was kind of an old guy, but yeah, it's definitely.
A couple years ahead of you, but Lou Brock was, he was the man.
Yeah, early 60s when he came in, he was a base stealing machine.
Yeah, but when we were, when we were, he's already really established being the man when we were kids.
Yeah, he was on his way to the Hall of Fame. Yeah, once I started watching baseball, Lou Brock was like a staple. Yeah, everybody knew Lou Brock. But okay, hopefully
they were my favorite team growing up.
Let's play that angle then. Let's go with it. I was always kind of Baltimore Orioles, Atlanta Braves. Yeah, I'm from Charlotte. We really didn't have a team. They kind of geared you to
what we get?
Cincinnati Reds. They kind of pushed them on us in my TV market. Yeah. So I kind of drifted. I went to the Braves and the Baltimore. So I was a big Earl Weaver. For some reason, I just loved his antics as a manager. Yeah. As a kid, watching some dude kick dirt on the umpire, that shit was pretty fun.
You don't see that anymore.
No, you don't see it like that, man.
Yeah, I mean, come on. The cancel culture will cancel.
Earl Weaver was as feisty as they came. Like him and Billy Martin were like, Earl Weaver just get right up in the face of the umps, doing all the gesticulations and screaming. And even after he's tossed, he'll stand there 5 more minutes. Yeah, getting his money. Where are those guys at?
Damn, I mean, that's what you bought a ticket for a show. You got one back then.
Right. Bring the family to the ballpark. Get everybody a hot dog and a drink. You're up in the bleachers. Probably spend $20. Now you pay $20 to park, and you might get a hot dog for $20. Now, if you take the kids to the ballpark, you're like $500 deep by the time you get home.
Yeah, my days of the ballpark are probably.
It's just hard, man. If you got a family, I have no kids, so I can sneak off and do it. But just to go casually watch a game, $150, to take your wife with you. You're just like $25, $30 for the ticket. Then like I say, parking, a drink, a beer, by $150. I'm like, God damn.
Right.
I can sit on my couch right over here and watch it for free. I'm a cheap bastard, man. I think everybody knows that.
Yeah, I'll take the kids, but that's about it. Or if a bunch of guys are going, but a season ticket thing will never happen.
Not in baseball anymore, right?
For anything, really.
Yeah.
I'll never invest, unless it were, a moneymaker where I can go for free, sell tickets and go when I want to go.
Right.
But,
I mean, in some cities like Charlotte, they sold the PSLs.
Yeah.
Which kind of sucked. Well, you had to pay
Vegas license seat's not a bad investment because
say if you pay your 10 grand, 15 grand up front. I'm not sure what Vegas was charging, but I know when Carolina did it,
the license, and then it was
buy your season tickets on top of that.
Yeah, but really $125 a game face value for not bad upper deck seats.
Right. So just the thing is, if your team has a really good season, okay, and maybe a big marquee like the Cowboys, like this is what I did when I had Panthers tickets. The Cowboys came in. I don't like the Cowboys. I didn't give a fuck. I was able to sell my $100 tickets for like $500 a piece to 2 Cowboy fans. Yeah, that's the kind of shit. And boom, there's my money back in my pocket. Yeah. If your team has a good year, you can make a shitload of money. Ricky Henderson. Yeah, one of my favorite players growing up, man.
Yeah, but when he took that away from Lou Brock, he did it with not the greatest of humility.
Now they 100. Oh God, I was just thinking of. I just remember as a kid watching Ricky Henderson a walk turn it into a triple because he's still second, still third.
Yeah, he's a beast. I don't want to take anything away from him at all.
And nobody steals home anymore. That's the other lost start. Actually timing that shit perfect and being fast enough to actually get there without getting tagged out.
That's pretty fucking exciting too.
Yeah, you don't see much of that anymore. Lou Brock used to do it. Ricky Henderson, I want to say he did it a dozen times. Of course, the record for that will never be broke. Ty Cobb stole home 50 times. Huh. And like I said, that'll never, nobody's ever going to steal home 50 times. I think a lot of his steals, and I think the stories go, a lot of it was intimidation because he used to lead with very sharp spikes. So when he'd go to steal home, he would kick at the catcher. So it would prevent them from a flying attack. Can you imagine some crazed man kicking at you with spikes? Yeah, okay. Nah, man, you can steal home. Did we talk the NHL yet, Lou?
No, NHL? Go ahead. I ain't got nothing.
Yeah, NHL, you got the one game about to start. I didn't take that game. Florida Panthers, Tampa Bay Lightning. Lightning lead the series 2-1. About a minus 140, 150 favorite. Desperation game, you would think, for the Panthers. I laid off of it. So I decided it's either Florida or nothing for me in this game. And I couldn't pull the trigger with the Panthers. So I'm going to just lay off. But that's what I think the play is on Florida. I just couldn't make it. Second game, noontime here on the West Coast. You got the New York Islanders trailing the Pittsburgh Penguins 2-1. I made this my best bet, Lou. I've got the New York Islanders at minus 112 is what I got it at. Again, scenario where you feel like they have to win this game, and I have enough faith in the Islanders. I did pull that trigger. That's going to be my best bet. Did not play. I have yet to play a Toronto-Montreal. I did not play game 1, and I'm not going to play game 2. And I'm going to put a smaller play on the Wild. Same scenario, down 2-1. Need the win at home. I got it at plus 110. So I got the Islanders as the best bet. And I also threw a little action on the Minnesota Wild. And that is all I got in NHL, Lou.
All right. And there we go. All right. So there we go. There's Doug's looking a little Boston. So, and there we go. I don't have much of anything to offer you today in the NHL except for maybe a little Tampa Bay, Florida over again, which is the same thing I always say, and maybe a little Vegas, Minnesota under again. So those would be my two little leans as far as the NHL goes, and I guess we'll leave it at that. So that's it.
That's it. I think that's it too. Good luck today. I can do a quick recap, man. NBA playoffs get started today, guys. My best bet for day 1 is going to be the Portland Trailblazers +1. I've also got action on all 3 games. I took Miami +5, Dallas +5.5, and the Brooklyn Nets at -8. In Major League Baseball today, Best bet for me is going to be the St. Louis Cardinals. Mikolas making his first start of the year, -104 against Azalea for the Cubs. Also got action plays for everybody with the Boston Red Sox, the Cincinnati Reds, and the Toronto Blue Jays in the NHL. New York Islanders will be the best bet for me as they seek to get the series even back up with the Pittsburgh Penguins at 2 games apiece. Same situation with a smaller play on the Minnesota Wild as they host the Vegas Knights down 2-1. That's it, Lou.
All righty. We'll be back tomorrow, 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Appreciate you guys sticking around and joining us. Good luck in all your action today. Doug's going to close out with Tampa, Florida, Carolina, Colorado to win the other conferences. Toss up.
Toss up. Later, guys.
Have